Aksara ityuktah tamahu paramam gatim yam prapyana nivartante tadham paramam mama. What is called the unmanifested and the imperishable, this unmanifested is the higher unmanifested. That they say is the highest goal. They who reach it do not return to this sansara of birth and death. That is my highest abode, the place or state. Wherefrom Yadgatva nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Nobody returns from that. Para Brahman is called the unmanifested because it cannot be perceived by the senses. It is called the imperishable also. It is all pervading, all permitting, all permitting and interpenetrating. Everything is permitted in it and it is interpenetrated. There is nothing higher than that. Parabrahma is the highest goal. This is the true non-dual state, free from all sorts of limiting adjuncts. The attainment of Brahmaloka, the region of the Creator, etc., is inferior to this. It is subject to relativity, dualism. Only by realizing this self is one liberated from samsara. Today we shall see the 22nd sloka, Purusaha saha parah partha bhaktya labhyah tananyaya yasyantah sthani bhutani yena sarvamidam tatam. That param purusaha, purusaha parah matlab Purushottam. The meaning is Purushottam, the highest Purusha. The individual Purushas, they are subject to body, and of course the subtle body never perishes in comparison to the gross body. Subtle body is imperishable, but yet it is in comparison to the gross body only, to the in comparison with the absolute, it is perishable. It is perishable. So he says that highest Purusha, O Arjuna, Jasyantah sthani bhutani, Jasyantah sthani bhutani, Yena sarvamidam tatam. That highest Purusha, O Arjuna, is attainable by unswerving devotion to Him alone, within whom all beings dwell, within whom all beings dwell, and by whom all this is pervaded. He lives in all beings, present in all beings, in and out, up and down, 360 degree into 360 degree into power infinity. All from all directions he is all pervading. Akhanda mandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam. What is seen, what is unseen, what is movable, what is unmovable, it is all everywhere pervading. So, that is called all-pervading truth. Because of all-pervasive quality, it becomes all-knower also, omniscient. And because it is omnipresent and omniscient, that's how naturally he is omnipotent. And all beings abide in him, and he abides in every being. Yena sarvamidam tatam, by whom the whole universe is pervaded. He is called Vasudeva. Vasam dadati ti Vasudeva. One who gives abode to all beings. He is called Vasudeva. That means all the beings, in animate and inanimate beings, they are bound to be in it because they are in it, and the vice versa also is the truth. He abides everywhere, in every being, inside the heart, outside the senses, everywhere. That's how he is omnipresent. That's how he is the absolute one without a second. Yasyantasthani bhutani. All these beings abide in him. Yena sarvamidam tatam, and who is all pervading in everything. And how it is attainable? It is attainable by unswerving devotion to him, which unshaken, which cannot be shaken in any way, one-pointed devotion. And that is called Parapurusha. Parapurusha, the absolute self. What is the meaning of Purusha? Purusha also has many different meanings. The important meaning is Pure Seti iti Purusha, one who abides in the inner chamber, Pura, inner chamber. He is called Purusha. So the body is the house, The innermost chamber is the heart. So one who abides in all the hearts, he is called Purusaha. And other meaning also can be, because he is all pervading. Puraha means in the front. Puraha, paschat, back. Pura means in the front. How it is, see. Once all the 9 great poets and advisors to the King Bhoja, they were going with Raja King Bhoja Samayar, and Kalidas was said to be the greatest among them, because his language is so soft, so meaningful, and so exemplary. It surpasses all the language of other poets. So there was lying a dry wood in the front. So the king asked, in Sanskrit they used to talk in those days, Kime tat? The king asked all these poets, what is this? Kime tat? Kimidam? Then all the other poets, they went on telling. Some says, Suskam kashtam tishthatya agre. Agre suskam kashtam sukha lakdi tishtati. Suskam kashtam tishthatya agre. How difficult it is to chant, utter, and how hard the sound to hear. So the king asked Kalidas, Kimidam? Kalidas says, Nirasa taruvara purato bhati. How soft, niras, rasahin, suskam, nirasa, taruvara, kashtam, taru, the tree, taruvara, nirasa taruvara, sukha lakdi, puratah bhati, सामने दिखाई दे रहा है. So this is the difference in language. Why I said this? Puraha. Purataha means in the front. Pura means front. Wherever you go, you see only him only. All around. Purataha. Purataha means all around also. So he is all pervading. In that sense, the Purusa also is taken. Purusa means who is all pervading. In and without, out, everywhere he is there. So Param Purusa, who is beyond everything, which is beyond all the conditions, all the relativities, all the comparisons, all the dependencies. So this is how the Param Purusaha, it is said to be Purushottamaha, Uttama Purusaha. So now, all the beings, effects, dwell within the Purusha, the Supreme Person. That is also the meaning of the Purusha. The cause, because every effect rests within its cause. All the causes are caused by that causeless cause. All the causes are caused because of that causeless cause. The non-cause and also cause for everything. Just as the effect pot rests within its cause, the clay. The pot is found in the clay. Clay is the cause for the pot, earthen pot. So, the Purusha is the cause for all these creations. So also all beings and the worlds rest within their cause, the Purusha. Therefore, the whole world is pervaded by the Purusha, just as the earthen pot is pervaded by the clay. The cause is everywhere present in the effect. The effect cannot be separated, differentiated from the cause. Cause becomes the effect. And that effect again becomes cause for another effect. So the primordial cause is present in all the causes and all the effects. Because the cause becomes the effect and effect becomes the cause. So the primordial cause is present in all the effects, which is called the relative world or creations. Just as the clay is all pervading in the earthen pot, the mortar is all pervading in the building, the brick is all pervading in the whole building, because that is the cause for the building. That's how we understand the meaning of Purusha. He is the starting cause, the primordial cause, and that's how it is all pervading in all the effects. Effects are the creations. Sri Shankara explains exclusive devotion as a jnana or known or knowledge of the self. Bhaktya labhyastu ananyaya. Ananyaya, one-pointed, one second, which is one without a second. 1 second, one-pointed devotion. That one-pointed devotion also is meant as knowledge or the one-pointed mind or intellect. That is also called yoga. That is called jnana also. That is called devotion also. When it becomes one, then it is one only. Call it the effect of jnana practice or practice of yoga or practice of devotion, no matter. No objection. In this way, one-pointed devotion. Devotion starts with a 2 and it ends in 1. Yes.
Maharaj, in Vishnu Sahasranama Palasuti, there is a verse, it says Vasanat Vasudevasya Vasitam Bhuvanatrayam Sarva Bhuta Nivasosi Vasudeva Namasute. So here this Vasanat Vasudevasya, relatively should we understand this? When Patanjali they Swamiji used to share the sharing of these impressions, this
Vasana means imaginations. So, the Vasudeva imagines all these, though he has no imagination. Yet we think his imaginations are affected in gross visible world. So, Vasanat Vasudevasya Vasitam Bhuvanatrayam. All these three worlds are saturated or affected, influenced by the will of the Absolute. So we say, I have will, but my will is never done. But he has no will, but his will is ever done. O Lord, thy will be done. On this basis only we say this, because he is everywhere. If you are thinking something, it is not you, it is he. How? Because he is abiding in the core of the heart. So anything comes out of it is his only, it is not yours. You are nowhere found here. You have no identity here. If we discuss in this way, I have no place anywhere. There is no I, only he. How is he? And how is thoughts? How is the speech? Omkarasthata sabdascha dvaveto brahmana pura kantham vidva vinejato. And all the thoughts, they also originate from the heart. By the way by the vibration of prana, they get the other name. Those thought waves are called thought waves, which is called mind. So same prana, the vibratory system which creates the vibrations or the waves. The same waves, when it reaches the brain, Sahasrara, and it goes out of it through the gateway of the senses, they are called, same waves are called thought waves. And those sway of thought waves are known as mind. Mind is a plural word. It is not singular. Mind means plural. It is not one. And grossly it is fourfold. Mind, intellect, ego, and subconscious mind. So mind cannot be singular. Prana also cannot be singular, because they are wavering system, vibratory system. That's how they are called energy, the primordial energy. That is nothing but imbalanced state of the absolute balanced state. Balanced state is known as your heart, the sky of the heart. So all these thoughts or prana or activating process, they get originated from the absolute source, that is the heart. In this way, heart is the origin, origin, origin of all these thoughts. So whatever you think, you are not you are. Nowhere you are found. It is by the nature. So that nature is nothing but the imbalanced state of three qualities, sattva, rajas, tamas, and that's how vasanat vasudevasya vasitam bhuvanatrayam. By the will, by the imagination, by the thought waves of the absolute origin, everything is vibrated, means everything is directed or influenced or affected. Everything is prompted. They start working, and that power is called one who prompts everyone to vibrate and work. That is called the primordial energy, that is Choda Yatri, one who gives energy or prompts everything to vibrate. Chesta Pradhan, one who gives a tendency to work. That is the supreme power. And the power is nothing but power holder. So in this way, Vasudeva Vasanad Vasudevasya Vasitam Bhuvanatrayam. The whole creation is vibrating because of his thought waves. He is the thinker, he is the designer, and that's how in some scriptures we find the Vishnu, the indweller, all-pervading agent. He is the designer of the three worlds. Chitram rarambhyate tam tribhuvana vapusam. His body is called three worlds. He is Parama Purusha. So his body is decorated by himself. Those diagrams, what they call it, they write on the body. Tattoos. All over the body, the Vishnu creates some tattoos, and that is called world. Creation. Three worlds. He enjoys it. Yes. Tribhuvana Vapusam Vishnu Isam Namami. He is the Purusa. And when we go beyond, stop thinking, then we understand what is Purushottam, beyond everything. No such tattoos, no such three worlds, no 14 worlds, no innumerable worlds. There is no world at all. That's how Vasanat Vasudevasya Vasitam Bhuvanatrayam. Where are you to think? Who are you to think? Where is your identity? Show me your Aadhaar card. Aadhaar means the origin, the holder. Aadhaar, the substratum. Where from you are What is your address? What is your address? Do you belong to some village, to some district, some state, or some country? Somebody asked me, Sanjay, where are you from? In the platform of that Hubli. It was a little isolated. I was sitting on the bench somewhere, and others, they are coming behind. I reached there first, and I am waiting for the train to go somewhere. Some Netaji comes with four assistants. Of course, he was sitting in a bench when I was searching for some empty bench to sit. So he looked at me. He got up and gave his seat to me. Samji, you can sit. So when I sat there, he got up, he stood before me, and he is asking with folded hands, of course by humility. He was asking, from where are you, Swamiji? Where are you from? I said, I am from here. I knew he is a leader, so he will ask in his way, crooked way. So I said, I am from here. No, by the way, where are you from? I said, yes, मतलब ऐसे ही आप कहाँ से हैं? I again repeated, I am from here only. Now which place? I said, what do you mean by place? I was asking him seriously, what do you mean by place? First give me the definition of your place, then only I shall answer you. I said, I belong to here. I am from here. This is my place. No, your born place. I said, I was born in 1 feet long and 9 inches wide earth piece. How can I give all those details to you? Have you seen all over the India, every inch of land of India have you seen? Can you recognize? What can I say to you? How much you know? How can I give you my report? This body was, birthplace was in 1 foot by 9 inches. Do you know the geographical every inch mitti of this earth? How can I explain you? Come on. No, Sanjeev, by the way we ask this. So I said, by the way I say this. Whatever I think, I have to say this. I belong to this earth. I am from here. The whole earth belongs to me. This is my motherland. I am born here, on this earth only. How can I explain you where I am born? What do you know? So that I will make you know. Poor fellow. Poor fellow kept quiet, went away. This is the truth. People ask, from where are you from? Here, Swamiji. I say, I am from here. Are you Pahadi? I said, yes. Are you born here? What do you mean by born here? Where I was born, I lived there for hardly 10 to 12 years. And I have been living here continuously for 60 years. Then how can I say I am born there and I belong to that place, not this place? Continuously I am living here for 60 years. This is my home. This is a comparative term. In this way, we should understand what is Purusa and how he is all pervading, not only in 3 worlds, not only innumerable worlds, he is all pervading. So as little as we think, according to our limited imaginations, this much we can say highest, that he is the thinker, and by his thoughts the whole universe is thought over or directed or influenced. His will is being done. There is no other thinker. Nobody can think. In this way, we have to understand Vishnu, the word Vishnu, the word Vasudeva, and the word Purusa. The Purusa, one who is all pervading. So Shankaracharya says, he is achievable by exclusive devotion. As jnana, exclusive devotion is nothing other than jnana, knowledge. Purusa is so called because everything is filled by it, derived from the Sanskrit root pura, which means to feel. That is also the meaning. Puran karna, pura. Pura iti pura, purusa. One who feels everything. He is the completion of incompleted objects, who is feeler of every object. That means he is all pervading. Pura means to feel, or because it rests in the body of all, derived from the Sanskrit root pura. None is higher than it, and so it is the Supreme Person. The Supreme Person, Purusaha. Some children once wrote some haphazard English letters to me from Delhi. They were very loving children to me. When they had come here and when they went back, I asked them, my dear friends, don't forget me. When you go home, sometimes write to some letters to me, so that we'll be in contact. On those days, our phone was not there. So children went home and they also wrote some letters to me every month, once or twice. I used to answer them in their language. So once I asked them, my dear children, you write letters to me, why don't you write letters to God? So they are so clever. They asked me back, Swamiji, we don't know the address of God. Can you give us the address of God? We shall write to him. So clever children. So I gave them some doha by writing some poems, some stanzas. मक्खन का पत्ता दूध है. What is the address of butter? It is milk. The butter's address is milk. मक्खन का पत्ता दूध है, तेल का पत्ता है तिल. What is the address of oil? The address of oil is ginjali. भगवान का पत्ता ढूंढे तो मिलेगा हर दिल. If you try to search out for the address of God, then only you will find the every heart is address. He abides in every heart. So God's address is, if you search, if you contemplate, then you will find the address that is everybody's heart. मक्खन का पत्ता दूध है, तेल का पत्ता है तिल. भगवान का पत्ता प्यार से ढूंढे तो मिल जाएगा हर दिल. So in this way, we understand what is Purusaha. Pure Satiti, who is available everywhere, who is present everywhere, and who is Pure Satiti, who is abiding within, and Puraititi, who fulfills everything, who completes all the incompleted ones. That means he is completion, full perfection. So in this way, Purusa has got so many meanings. Yatra kale tanavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginaha prayata yanti tam kalam bhakshami bharatarsava. Now I shall tell about the time. First of all, we discussed on time, the day and night of the Creator Brahma, to know the time and to know the creation and the Creator, what is time and how is all the worlds are created by the Creator Brahma. In the commencement of the day, and how do they dissolve at the commencement of night, so that you understand something about the beings, how helplessly they come out of the womb, Hiranyagarbha, and how helplessly they go back to it, lose their identities. Kalaratri, and that's how we know something about the beings, how helplessness of the beings, and how the creations are created by Brahma every day and dissolved in every night of Brahma, the Creator. And now from there we have come to Purusaha. Slowly, all these multitude of beings, they come out of that womb helplessly at daytime and they merge in that womb, Hiranyagarbha, helplessly at night time. So, then we came to Parastasma Duhavanyo Vyakto Vyakta Sanatana. So we came to the point Abhyakta and Vyakta, manifestation, creations, and then Abhyakt, which is unmanifested, which is the womb of all these manifesteds. And then what is called Kshara and Akshara, all these manifestations are perishable, and that unmanifested is called imperishable. And then the higher phase of our unmanifested, which is beyond it, and which attaining, nobody comes to this creative process again and again. That is Yam prapya na nivartante tadhama paramamama. That is my abode. And from that we came to Purusaha. I am the Purushottama. So from Purusa we understand how is that unmanifested and what is manifested, how is the creation, how is the cause of it, and how is the higher cause, the highest cause, causeless cause. And now I shall tell you about the particular time, the nature of that time when one leaves these bodies, gross bodies, departs from this body, and where he is directed to go. How does he go in the astral planes? Where does he go? How does he go? Who directs him in the astral planes? He means the departed soul, which is known as the subtle body. Now we come to this point. Yes. So tomorrow we shall see elaborately Yatra kale tanavrittim avritim jaiva yoginaha prayata yanti tam kalam bhakshyami bharatarsava O Arjuna. The greatest among the Bharatas, the children of Bharat. Now I will tell you O chief of Bharatas, the times departing at which the yogis will return or not return. Abritim, anavritim ja. Yogi log, how do they return to this mortal world, and how do they not return to this cycle of birth and death? That time exact time I shall tell you. I shall declare to you, O Prince of the Bharatas, the time at which if the yogis leave their body, they will not be born again, and also when if they die, they will be born again. That time factor which is most important, or your departure time, the departure time of the plane, if it is cloudy or the climatical conditions are not favorable, the departure delays. Arrival also delays. It will be roaming somewhere and it will be landed somewhere else, not at the exact point. So all these arrival and departure are designed by the climatical conditions. The favorable conditions are not. So that depends upon time also. So your departure time is most important. Arrival may not be so important as the departure time. Arrival also is important. That's how your Kundali, the astrological declarations of your life are made out of the birth time. When did you land here? What was the time? Exact time. If a second is missed, then all the calculations, they are wrong, they go wrong. And similarly, the departure time also is most important. So, Lord says, I shall tell you the departure time. Now you have already arrived, so now be careful about the departure time. Of course, Lord helped in arrival time of Parikshit, who was in the womb of Uttara. He saved him. He decided the arrival time at the womb of Uttara. He saved the child. Huh? Yes, Ashwatthama sent the Brahmastra to kill all the Pandavas. But Lord Krishna protected this child in the womb of Uttara to keep up the dynasty. So now he will tell Arjuna the departure time. Tomorrow we shall see. Lord assures he will tell us. Be careful about your departure time. Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasisate Om Shanti 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 Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai Krishna Bhagavan ki jai Gita Mata ki jai. Hari